Close your eyes and imagine time has paused for just a moment. Everything around you grows still, and what remains is you. You and that invisible weight in your chest, that quiet sense that peace, for some reason, hasn't arrived yet. Sometimes, even when everything outside is silent, there's a noise within, a subtle hum that whispers, something's off, something's missing, life hasn't quite found its place. And maybe for a long time you believed the reason was out there, in the world and people, in your circumstances. But what if the real block was somewhere else, somewhere so subtle you didn't even know it was there, somewhere inside you? Bruce Lipton, one of the great minds in epigenetics, revealed something that changes everything. Our beliefs, yes, even the ones we repeat without noticing, are the real architects of our body, our mind, and ultimately, our reality. What you believe isn't just an idea, it's a signal moving through your body like an invisible frequency, shaping every cell, every emotion, every choice. Imagine a single cell. It doesn't respond to genes, it responds to its environment. If the environment is tense, it contracts. If it feels safe, it opens. Now ask yourself, what kind of invisible environment have you been offering your body each day? Joe Dispenza helps us carry that truth forward. Conscious thoughts, when repeated often enough, become unconscious ones. They become part of the program. Lipton speaks of belief, Dispenza of repetition that shapes the brain. Together, they reveal what many still don't see. The block that's keeping you from peace isn't really yours. It was learned, repeated, absorbed, but now it can be rewritten. Maybe you're living with a constant sense of urgency, a pressure that something needs fixing before peace can come, an anxiety you can't quite name, a restlessness without clear cause. But underneath it, there's a story, a thought that plays like a quiet echo inside your mind. I don't deserve to rest. I can't stop. I don't belong. Those words aren't truly yours, but they became yours. They hum in the background, creating a field of tension inside you, like your body is always bracing for the worst, as if peace might actually be dangerous. The need to control, the fear of letting go, the struggle to trust, they're all ways your system tries to protect you from an old wound. A wound you may never have paused to truly hold. That's how the block gets stronger. Not through shouting, but through repetition. Not through drama, but through quiet emotional habits. You feel it, but can't explain it. You try to change, but something pulls you back, because peace cannot fully settle into a body that still vibrates with fear. Bruce Lipton teaches us that beliefs shift the body's chemistry. If you believe, even subconsciously, that peace isn't safe, your body reacts with tension. It releases chemicals to stay alert. Your mind scans for threats. Your heart closes. And all of this happens beneath the surface. Dispenza adds, neurons that fire together, wire together. The more you think in a certain way, the more real that pattern feels, and the stronger it gets, the more convincing it becomes. So you try, you meditate, you say affirmations, you seek answers, but deep down it still feels like you're trapped in a loop, because you're trying to place peace over a foundation that still pulses with lack. You're trying to build a new state, while your body is still wired for the old one. But this isn't your fault. It's simply how your system learned to survive. The good news? It can all be changed, just not the way you expected. The deepest turning point in this journey might be this. Peace isn't something you chase. It's something you reclaim. When you seek peace from a place of lack, you amplify the lack. When you say, I need to find peace, you're also saying, I don't have peace. And the universe listens to your frequency. Real change begins when you start to cultivate the awareness that peace already lives in you, right here, right now, even in a whisper, even in silence. Dispenza says, feel whole now, while still holding the vision for your future. That's what creates true transformation. It feels counterintuitive, but it's real. When you start to feel now what you wish to experience tomorrow, your body learns, your field shifts, and your reality follows. So how do you do this practically? There's a simple, but powerful technique to rewire your inner frequency. Step 1. Conscious awareness. In a moment of crisis, pause, breathe. Notice the thought that rises. What story repeats in your mind? What old phrase has echoed for years without being questioned? Step 2. Epigenetic reframing. Choose a new belief on purpose, a new way of seeing. Something like, peace already lives in me. Say it, but more than that, feel it, with presence, with honesty, with heart. Every repetition shifts your internal environment. Every time you speak it, you rewire the signal your body responds to. Step 3. Guided embodiment. Take a breath and breathe in that new belief. Let it move through you with emotion. Imagine your body receiving it like sunlight. Feel your chest expand, your nervous system soften, your breath slow. Peace isn't just a thought, it's a felt state. It's a vibration. It's something your body must learn to remember. And the more you practice, the more your body adapts. Until one day, without trying, it starts producing that state on its own. Peace becomes your baseline, not your destination. It might help to see it this way. Inside you, there's a garden, but for a long time it's been overgrown with weeds, old beliefs, old wounds, old echoes, and the flower of peace couldn't grow there. But Bruce Lipton reminds us, change the soil, the mental and emotional environment, and new seeds can take root. Dispenza shows us, nourish those seeds with elevated emotion, and your neurons form new paths. The garden begins to change. Think of a man who spent years searching for rest. He tried everything, tools, techniques, methods, until one day he stopped and quietly whispered to himself with full emotion, peace. He repeated that whisper every day, and slowly, his body understood. His nervous system stopped bracing. His soul finally rested, and the flower of peace bloomed within. Maybe you're waiting for the world to change before you can feel relief. But what if it's the other way around? What if the change begins when you choose to feel? Here's the truth. You don't need to fight the outer noise. You just need to rewire the quiet root of your own thoughts. Bruce Lipton said, the power of environmental signals goes beyond genes. When your inner environment changes, everything changes. And Dispenza adds, when you choose to feel whole now, even before the result, you start creating real impact. So today, choose that. Choose to feel. Choose to trust. Choose to practice. Not as a chore, but as an act of love for yourself. Don't wait for peace to come from the world. Become the soil where the flower can bloom. Become the gardener of your inner field. And peace will come, because it's already there, waiting for you. And what if your pain was never the end, but the beginning of your light?